Good morning everyone. Welcome to maths class. Today I am going to solve your doubts which you asked in Google Forms. Then we will continue exercise 5.3. So let's start doubt clarification class. First doubt is asked from exercise 1.2, question number 4. Anahita gave different fractions of marbles to her cats. So the fractions are 1 upon 4, 1 upon 5 and 1 upon 6. Simply first you have to add these fractions by taking the LCM of 4, 5 and 6. So after adding you will get 37 upon 60. This is the total fraction Anahita gave to her cats, and in the question it is asked that what fraction of the marbles did she take from the bowl. So what to do, you have to subtract this 37 upon 60 from the whole, means ones. 37 upon 60. Again you have to take the LCM and do the subtraction, so you will get the answer that is 23 upon 60 after doing the process, and it is the answer 23 upon 60. In this sequence, next question number 5 of exercise 1.2. At a party both coffee and tea are served. Find the number of people who take coffee if tea was served to 3 upon 8 of the people and 1 upon 5 take neither tea nor coffee. Students, see the solution. 3 upon 8 of the people take tea and 1 upon 5 of the people neither take tea nor coffee. So what is the total fraction of these people? So after adding you will get 23 upon 40. So the remaining people will take coffee. So out of, we have to subtract 23 upon 40 from the whole, that is 1. So after subtracting you will get the fraction 17 upon 40. So 17 upon 40 is answer. Now exercise 2.2, question number 1, part E. In this question there is a misprint. Here should be decimal. So after this do the solution and you will get your answer. Means after decimal point there should be 11 zeros, then 4. So we are shifting the decimal up to 12 places. So 4.21. 10 places means 10 raised to the power minus 12. Now exercise 2.3, question number 3, part A. In this question you have to do prime factorization of the given number. After doing prime factorization you will get prime factors, and one or two will be unpaired. So by that number you have to divide this number, so that number will be your answer. Now exercise 3.1, question number 9. 3 times the sum of the digit of a 2-digit number is equal to the number itself. Find the number. And hint is given in the question. I think you are not getting this. So first you have to assume the digits of the number. So let the ones digit be B and tens digit be A. So the number is, we can't write it simply AB. It looks like the multiplication of the digits. So number is ones digit B and tens digit A, and it is on the place of tens. So we have to write here 10A. Now I think you will come to know that how does it occur. Okay. So according to the question, sum of the digits means sum of the digit 3 times is equal to the number itself. And what is the number? And after solving this, 3A plus 3B, 10A plus B. Now transfer the like terms one side. 10a minus 3a, here 3b minus b. So here we have 7a is equal to 2b. Now write in a fraction form, a upon b is equal to 2 upon 7. Now let's compare it and form the number. Tens digit 2, ones digit 7. So number is 27 and it is the answer. Exercise 4.1, question number 3E. You have to find out A union B and A intersection B. So A union B is all the elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 80. And in A intersection B, you have to write the common elements. So the common elements are 20 and 40. These are the answers. Now question number 4, part E. We have one set P, x such that x plus 5 is equal to 2. So we have to calculate this equation, x plus 5 is equal to 2. So from here we will get x is equal to minus 3 by shifting this 5 to that side. So this set P contains this element minus 3. And in set B we have integer between minus 9 and minus 1. So elements are minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2. Now I hope you can write the P union B by including all the elements of these two sets, and P intersection B by writing the common elements of these two sets P and B, and you will get your answers. Now the next topic, square root by division method. Many students asked about this method. So in this method, put a bar over the pair of digits starting from the digit at the ones place. So we are putting bars. Now what to do? You choose a number whose square number is less than or equal to the number under the extreme left bar. Means we have to choose a number whose square is less than or equal to 16. Yes, the number is 4. Whose square is 16 and which is equal to this number. So quotient is 4 and the number is 16. Now what to do? You have to double this number and you have to write it under this number. And we have one blank here. We are subtracting this. So remainder is 0. Now we have to shift this number under next bar. So here we have 81. Now we place one digit here by which we will multiply by the same digit so that the product will be equal or less than this number. So here we have 81 and here we have 8. If we choose 1 here, so we have to multiply by the same number, that is 1. So after multiplying we will get 81 which is equal to this number. So here we can put 1 and in quotient also 1, and after multiplying we are getting 81. So the remainder is 0. So square root of this 1681 by long division method is 41. Students, now we will continue next exercise, exercise 5.3. Question number 1, find the cost price, and you have selling price and profit. So we know the formula, cost price is equal to 100 upon 100 plus profit percent into SP. So simply we have to put the values in this formula. So 100 upon 100 plus what is the profit percent? 15% into selling price. Selling price is 207. So 100 upon 115 into 207. We have to cancel this 20 times by 5 and here 23 times. Now cancel it by 23 9 times. So 20 into 9 Answer is rupees 180. Cost price is rupees 180. In question number 2 and 3, you will have selling price rupees 5 and profit of 25%. Simply again you have to use the formula of cost price 100 upon 100 plus profit percent into CP, and you have to do the calculation. In question number 3 also you have selling price rupees 12,512 and loss of 8%. You have to apply the formula in this question 100 upon 100 minus loss percent into SP, and you have to calculate the answer. Last question of this exercise, question number 4. A shopkeeper bought 200 water bottles. He sold 4/5 of them at 15% profit and the rest at 10% profit. Find the cost price of the water bottles if he earns a profit of rupees 238. First of all, we assume cost price of one water bottle be rupees 1. So let CP of a water bottle be rupees 1. Now, according to the question, 4/5 of 200. So, how many bottles are there? 160. 160 are sold at profit of 15%, and remaining means 40 are sold at 10% profit. So, what is the CP of 160 bottles? Rupees 160. According to the question, profit of 15% on 160 means 15% of 160. So, after calculation, we will get rupees 24. Now again, profit of 10% on 40 means 10% of 40. So, profit is of rupees 4. Total profit is 24 plus 4, that is 28. But according to the question, actual profit is of rupees 238. 238 rupees. Now we are arranging a table here for finding the unknown cost price. So when profit is of rupees 28, cost price is 1. And when, according to the question, profit is of rupees 238, so we are assuming cost price here X. Now we will solve this table by cross multiplication method. So 28 into X is equal to 238 into 1. So from here we will find the value of X, 238 upon 28. After dividing, we will get 8.5. So it is the cost price of one water bottle. So we have 200 water bottles. So we have to do 200 multiply by 8.5. After multiplication, we will get this amount, means cost price of 200 water bottle is rupees 1,700.